They might not agree with everything I say, but they're not making videos whining and bitching over it. Because they're real men. Real men don't worry about another dude's opinion. This guy is so upset that I called that shit out for a reason. Pop culture has no place in metal.
Now, some of you may not know about me talking about this guy. I did make a video earlier this year about this dude. Talk about metal has no place to pop culture, even though it always had been. It's always it topped the Billboard chart. Why you think Ozzy Osbourne is the godfather of heavy metal? So let's get into the topic and let's hit the intro. Okay, this is Killer Cyber Slayer 99. Today I want to talk about metal needs to go to the mainstream, It really needs to go mainstream very bad because we still got pop. I mean, they tried it with Sleep Token, but Kali Uchis ruined it. So our opportunity for metal to get back in the mainstream, because these musicians are always jealous. These freaking musicians, these pop musicians are always jealous when something hardcore gets in the mainstream. It happened with Knock Loose and now Sleep Token. It's like we can never get it mainstream. It will never get there. People got to stop complaining about it, and we got to get rid of people like the Van Lander. Wonder how he even feels about Ozzy Osbourne dying. People like him just want the stuff to stay mainstream. That's why everything is SJW. That's why we have soft ass, pussy ass, pretty boy music. Well, I mean, some of it is country, but still has pretty boy music. That's why we don't get. We're not getting anything new in metal. Either they mixing rap music, which that's horrendous. That suck balls. It's trash. Or either they're mixing pop and then they moan on it. Ugh. Blah. Get that taste out of my mouth. That's bad taste. That ain't no metal. I want to see like death metal. I want to see Mincecore get mainstream. I'm seeing their concerts, for unknown bands, that I'm gonna check out. They're gonna be very underground. Maybe they'll get mainstream, but some metalheads they're so selfish. They don't even want this. They don't even want this metal mainstream, because anything big happens in metal. Anything new that happens, like, oh my gosh, what is all this music? They did this with metalcore. Yes, of course they did with new metal. They did it with slam metal. I think they did it with post-hardcore when it first came out. They did it with deathcore. They did it with so many genres. I don't know if they're doing it with Mincecore. I don't think they seem to hate that, but if it goes mainstream, they'll have a problem. I don't get a lot of metalheads. Some of them are cool. Some do say Black Sabbath is the reason why metal is here. But the only channel that doesn't believe that is this dude, Vin Lander, which you heard at the beginning of the clip. He tried to call me a poser and everything. Where is he at now? Nowhere to be found. Playing frickin' Fortnite one-shot kills. What a stupid ass channel. He has a gaming channel, by the way, but his points were invalid, nothing. Just trying to be a young metal elitist, which he's not. Trying to act like all the metal, like, bro, you weren't even alive. You were alive when metal was on MySpace. I don't even know why. You should be happy. At least you have a heart. deathcore and shit. I don't want to hear anybody in the comment section say, why are you talking about, yeah, the whole point of it, it needs to be mainstream. I know that. But how? You gotta find a band that freaking does another style, a new style of metal. They won't come unless these metalheads give it a chance. They just want to hear like I said, they do want to hear Black Sabbath. They want to hear like these they want to hear Iron Maiden all the time, even Metallica. I guess Ice Earth. They want to hear those bands. They want to hear Cannibal Corpse, SOD, but not check out different kick-ass bands that's making real music. They're making great tunes out there. They're out there on Facebook. They're on Spotify. They're on Apple Music. No. Let's just buy CDs. Let's just not listen to music for free. But why is it okay for them to say this? Why? And that's the question to a lot of you. Why is it okay for them to say this shit if y'all are non-metalheads? But I say stuff that is free and it's a problem. But yeah, enough about it. But what they're doing is the same thing. They want you to charge. They want us to like listen to music on a vinyl or a CD. Like, we're not in the 80s anymore, dude. And I made a video about the metalheads ruining metals. You know, they just, like, if you recommend them a band and then they listen to it, they just call it garbage. Or you just poser. Like, bro, not everybody's gonna be into what you're into. You gotta understand that. Oh, that's just something a poser would say. No. That's not how it works. They don't even like, some of them don't even like gothic metal. And some metalheads, they don't like to respect people's opinions on different, or views on some mainstream metal. It's just normie metal. If metal gets mainstream, it gets super normie. No, it's not. We'll get badasses again. We'll get edgy entertainment back in the mainstream. Y'all kicked that off. Mainstream got rid of it because of some of you. Don't know what y'all are talking about. I don't get certain metalheads in the metal community. Like, and I don't know, we don't know what kind of metal will it, because the metal I've been hearing has been, some have been like, bleh. Some been good, but the garbage, like, that trap metal, I don't want that to get mainstream. Ghetto metal can't get mainstream. It seems like mainstream artists have to put metal in their music, make a metal album to get this shit mainstream, because we can't get like an actual band to do it. It seems like, yeah, we have to rely on them to do it, to give us different types of metal. But I don't want that. I want a actual band to make it mainstream, to get played on MTV, to get an award for the best rock and heavy metal, you know, nominees at the Grammys. But nope, seems like people don't want metal to be popular, but I want it in this video. And if you agree, you know, okay. If you disagree, I don't know what to say to you, man. Some of y'all are causing a problem. And you have politically correctness. That's why metal needs to be mainstream. Cut that out. You know what I mean? And they do not need to listen to these soccer moms. And all those Christians say, oh, the music's then they try to expose Ozzy Osbourne. Oh, he's satanic. He ain't did nothing. He went to God. Y'all just ignore that part. But yeah, like, there's other people that don't like, oh my gosh, this is the root of all evil. We can't listen to those people. If this stuff gets a mainstream, the mainstream, they gotta accept it and ignore those groups that want to take this genre down, make it never ever get mainstream. Take it out of it. No, like, don't listen to them. Make it mainstream, make it big. Get radio airplay on regular radio, not only Sirius XM. Make a metal station, Metal FM 1047, whatever it could be called. Air kick ass bands over there. Do something. Get metal T-shirts. Put it in movie trailers and everything. Put them in games, not just wrestling. And other stuff. Other pop cultures. So yeah, that's my video. Hope you guys enjoy it. And I'm gonna head off, and I'm Killer Cyber Slayer 99, and I'm gonna head off, and I'm gonna see y'all next time. Later.